Okay, hello Mr. Gilly Guys here with a another KSP video. And today I'm doing a video especially for Twikey Live, I don't know if I pronounced that right, correct me if I did. But he wanted a tutorial on how to get to Minmus. Now, what I'm gonna start off by doing is building a ship that can first of all get me there. Now, excuse all the mods. Where is it? There it is. But I'm just going to quickly build this ship and show you a little few tips and tricks. The first one is turning snap to angles off, first of all, and putting the parachute just down there. And then you can put a decoupler. After all these mods, here we go. You can put the decoupler there, and you can put a, where is it? The aircraft avionics package module on top, if you want to. But no, can't remember. That's just a little trick, just mucking around. Okay, so what we're gonna do now now, because Minmus is a planet with very, well, extremely low gravity actually, we can stack pretty much like 3 of these fuel tanks here and 1 LV909 engine, and you could still land the thing. But just to be safe, I'm not going to do that. I know you probably all want me to. Snap triangles back on by pressing C. And I'll just line these up. This is probably going to be a fairly long episode because I've got to cram everything into one episode. And if you can hear the fan on here, just don't worry, it's nothing to worry about. Yeah, that'll do. Now, I want me on a 3, and then go on back about there. No, a bit long. Yeah, about there. Then, okay, if you're wondering what this is, it's the C4 pack and the TNT. It's the IO3 stuff. It's on the forums if you want to get it. Alright. Oh, and almost forgot. There's normal strut connectors. Well, that ladder is really going to annoy me. Come on, bud. There we go. Okay, so you start from the top and go, work your way down. Then we need a thrust gimbling engine on that. Decoupler. Decoupler. Then you want to use. Okay, now you may have noticed on my last videos that it was lagging a ton. I've managed to partially clean the majority of that up by removing all my mods and only putting the ones on that I really need or want. So And you want to start off at about that decoupler. That should reach. Yes. No? Be that way. Start at the fuel tank. Get into the decoupler. Now, this is where it might get tricky. But just a bit low. I really want these up here so that they're jettisoned out that way, and it doesn't really come in and damage your engines, which, trust me, is a real pain. So, you don't want that. And what we're going to do is get our stack tri-coupler. Now I know there is easy ways to do this, like I'm on a Mac here, so if I hold down Option and click, it multiplies the object. It's like, yeah, if I click it, yeah, vice versa. On Windows, I think it is Alt, yeah, the Alt key will do that. Here's an easy way. Come on, buddy. Okay, we're going to have to move this up a little more. Now what you don't want to do is bring your mouse actually over the object when you're building things. You're like, oh, it won't work. What you need to do is picture that point at the top and sort of connect it with that point there. So, like that. And then we use LV230. That's the non-thrust gimbaling one. Stick that in there. Okay. Now we should be able to connect that to that. Ta-da! Hercules 1. But just before I do finish, you have to remember to put these winglets here. Otherwise, it is a pain, a really big pain, to move this thing around. And you shouldn't have to touch the firing sequence here. It's all looking good. So here's the deal. That's my landing tank, that's get home. Even though that alone could probably land me there and get me back home. But just for safe measures. Actually, no, hang on a minute. For the hell of it, we all love our RCS. So I want to, and again, using the copy tool, and not that one. Now what I mainly like to use is these port liners for turning and, well, mainly just pushing around and turning really, because they don't use nearly as much fuel as these things do, but I ain't use them that often, so it should make a big difference anyway. Come on, baby. Look for me. Yeah, that's a problem with having that symmetry crap there. Oh, that works. Fair enough. OCD here, but and I have pretty much no debris going around this level. Notice how structured that I said pretty much none. So I've only got one piece, and that was from me trying to dock with another ship, and things went kind of upsy down, and things fell apart. Okay, so it looks like we got Turbin and Kerman. I think it's a top one from memory. Okay, so SAS. Alright, we gotta wait for this stage light to go green. Okay, now I apologize for the amount of lag you are about to receive, but once I get through these stages, I'll turn it down. Alright, hang on, just let me fiddle with this sound a little. This thing is absolutely hopeless for lag. Can't wait to get a new laptop. Come on. You got to be kidding me. Here we go. See, that's how much lag I get even out here. Is that the Armada dock? Yeah. That's all that's left of it, really. Alright, so as we start to pull out into the outer atmosphere, this should be better because it's loading less of Kerbin's texture. But these top two fuel tanks will disappear so quickly. They're mainly just for support more than anything else. I mean, you could probably even use aircraft tanks, they're the structural ones, if you really wanted to, but I like to put rocket ones in. So what fuel tank are we on? Should be on the second. Oh, no. Second last one. Okay, I'm just going to do my turn here because of the lag. So, keep this thing steady while that. And just turn until we get to this 90-degree mark over here. Okay, that's good enough. Ooh, it's a lagathon. Okay, our apoapsis should reach, if I am correct, about 60 to 70,000, maybe just a bit over 70,000 before we... No, alright, it's already ended. Fair enough. Alright, bye bye lag, bye bye debris. Okay, so you want to keep your heading at 90 degrees, or as close to it as possible. I mean, seriously close to it, while you're still watching your apoapsis. Come on, go down. Giving it like full pitch at the moment, it's doing nothing. Oh, come on. Oh. Bit over, that's alright. Okay, now when that gets to 90, hopefully I can just fast forward it. Yep, come on, fast forward. There we go, and that will lock the ship into whatever sort of movement it's on. And we want to get about, how many? About 15 seconds. Damn it. Yeah, whatever time before our periapsis. And this thing's a real pain in the ass to move. I mean, seriously. Dreadful. Alright, we're getting some response. Yeah. Just had to use a bit of RCS there because that was really bugging. Okay. Now just give it some throttle. Okay, so we're not dropping at an alarmingly. We're not dropping at an alarming rate, but still good to keep your craft angled up just even a wee tiny bit. Don't let me hear that. Alright, now if you want to do this without any debris whatsoever, what you're going to want to do is just before you build up the periapsis, which surface will be there. Alright, 26, that's about the highest you want to go. And then disconnect. And now just as long as that's above 70 really. 90 is good. So that's at 110. Alright, where's Minmus? Awesome. I'm just hoping I don't target this on a flat bit. Like when its orbital inclination reaches 0 or comes level with Earth and Kerbin and the Mun. Here we go. Okay, so now you want to turn around to our prograde. That is our retrograde, if you don't know. And the other one is our prograde. So after we reach about here, we'll just start using the vectoring engine to help us turn a little. And if you want to, even press caps locks, so you can pull them down a little. Alright, keeping on the 90 with the heading, and we'll watch that periapsis thing grow. I'm just hoping that Minmus is there. Ooh, yep, fine. But that's good because I'm going to show you like what to do if you've screwed up a little. Say you've got this too high, you want to get to Minmus, but the orbital inclination is too low or something. There should be plenty fuel to get us there. Right, so we want to get it for the same. Alright, you can see that that's obviously not going to grab onto its orbital trajectory, so here's where the smart part is. So you want to move to about halfway. So this is your mid-correction point, is what I mainly call it. So halfway there, you slow down, and you think, alright, that's north, that's south. Your orbit is too far north. So, on your nav pool here, you're going to navigate around to south, which is 180 on your heading, and you just want to line it right up on that dot there. Okay, and give it some throttle. Now you can see that that brings your orbit down, and here I'm going to grab onto it. And just keep lowering that till we get to about 50. Alright, so we're just going back up now. That's how to do it if you're too far north. If you're too far south, so you're over here, you just face north and do a burn that way. So that's after you've done your main injection burn, and you've come halfway around to your mid-injection point or whatever. Not that good with names. And then really you just want to time warp. Now because Minmus is just so small, its gravity is absolutely tiny, which I've probably mentioned before, but I just repeat myself constantly. Okay, we're just going to move to our retrograde here, so the one with a cross in the middle of the circle. Yep, turn the sass on. Give it some juice. Show it as boss. Alright, now this is just going to jump all of a sudden. Yep. And then it will slow down. Slow. And we want to get to a orbital altitude of, I reckon, about 40,000. 40,000 perfect. And now don't just speed walk ahead of this, because if you go to here, you'll just go around slowly, you hit the next one, you'll just fly around and do a complete orbit in like half a second. So now we want to land on one of these blue ice lakes. Yeah, I'm just going to turn cap locks on, as you can see down here. The controls go blue, so they're a little less more sensitive. Okay, so 40,000 doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you've got a rough idea of where everything is. Okay, now that's north, that's south, so 225, that's going down, so the 180 is here, so that's south. What we want to do is just face north a little bit and do our retrograde. So what I can do is move this orbit down and toward the area of this ice lake. So I reckon about here would be good. Turn the sass on. And I'm burning the wrong way, aren't I? That's me. Never calculate much right. So. And to the left. Oh, it's fun. Okay, so we get on the 225 marker. Give it some juice. Here we go. Okay, now remember that Minmus is going to turn. So you watch where that is, and that's like about a bit of the way down to that corner there. I don't think it's much of a difference with Minmus because it orbits the Earth so slow. So now really we want to kill our sideways velocity here. And we're coming down pretty fast. So yeah, just give it some juice. Throttle. Okay, so now that we're about 3,000 meters down, I'm just going to jettison that stage there and turn my caps locks on. So, the throttle here. Slow us down and get us a safe distance away from our debris. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just roll the ship around a little so that we are facing this way. Oh crap. Slow down, slow down. Yes, a little bit help me out. Come on, I left that a little too long. That's my fault. That's what I like about Minmus. You can have some hard touchdowns and still walk away from them. Like literally perform an EVA and still be alive. Okay, so we get landing gear down. And now I'm just going to bring this thing in really steady. Well, that RCS really does make a difference. And then just going to turn it off. And cut the throttle. There you go. You've landed on Minmus. If you've done the right steps. After you've landed here once, you're probably going to be like me and experiment a little with what you do and what ships you build to get here. I mean, that's what this is all about though, isn't it? So, alright. It's one small step for Kerbal, one giant leap for Kerbal kind. I've done that. Turn the jetpack on to set itself out straight. And spin in circles. Like this. And then you turn it off. Oh, the things that amuse me, you just would not believe. Come on. Alright, well, now that we've landed here, there's not much to do, so let's go home. As you can see, that had 200 litres to start off with. We've only used about 26.7 litres. Okay, now you want to face towards a 90-degree mark here. Keep in mind, it is really easy to build a orbital trajectory on Minmus, because this place is just the gravity, you know. Stand up a little more, so we get a bit more bang from our buck, a bit more height. And really, you can just get into like an orbit from, oh, really anything. There we go. So I reckon 5 would do us. So cool. You can really tell the difference with that caps lock. Oh, and if you have a Mac and that does not work, the caps lock, my caps lock doesn't work, what you do is, I used my thinker, I know that's pretty rare of me, and what I did was, I change a control button to the question mark or /, so a bit more easy access. Okay, now basically from here, you just want to go prograde the whole way. I'm just going to go straight on the 90-degree here, on the lateral line. Is that what you call it? Lateral? I don't know. These engines are really cool though, because they only go through like full throttle 1 litre of fuel a second. So these things at full throttle you get 200-second burn. These things you get 400. So I know that's more complicated maths there for you. Okay. Now really you can do this from anywhere I'm doing it, so it'll because I know Minmus travels that way, so I want to throw myself off of orbit behind it, so I don't get caught in orbit again. And this way, if you may have noticed, I can lower my periapsis down. How fast is this going down? Yeah, that's pretty slow, so my laptop's actually been pretty good today. It's mainly lagging and doing stuff to me I don't want done. Like, I watched one of my videos, I think it was to get Twinkie Life's name, and because when you posted a comment, but I'm like, oh, what's his name again? I may as well put his name in the video, you know, why not? And actually I'm just going to go for 270, that should make more of a difference. And I was watching the video, and it was jumpy as, it was with my space station. And about that space station as well, I was kind of mucking around with a few of my KSP folders, trying to figure out how to change the name of my Kerbal noughts. And it just happened to be that I played around with one of the craft file names and something else about it. Okay, here we go, we're almost out of fuel. And kind of deleted it by accident, so I thought, oh screw this, that was the only reason I pretty much used that level though, was, there we go. Yeah, that was practically the only reason I used that level, was for that space station. I mean, nothing else fun at all. So I thought it was pretty damn pointless. So, deleted that KSP thing. Use up all my RCS. I never use my RCS, I don't know why. The only reason I'll use it is for, like, really... Alright, now that we're below 60Ks, you can more than happily... Oh wait, get rid of that. And that will disappear pretty quick. Re-entering the atmosphere. As you can see, we're going down pretty quick. About 1,000 meters per second vertical speed, which is just absolutely lovely. But yeah, with that version or save file of KSP, I didn't really see a use for it anymore, and oh, son of a dog. Oh, I hate that. I hate debris. Absolutely hate it. Yeah, keep getting on and off this subject. Yeah, welcome lag. Welcome home, buddy. Here we go. So, I thought there was no point at all having that. I'm gonna delete it, because it was just absolutely full of debris that there was no way of getting rid of it. Because of me thinking, ooh, I'll decouple up here because this serves no purpose, and I learnt my lesson from it. And I think now that this annoying thing is here, new rule, periapsis has to be under 10 kilometers for me to jettison the parts. Oh, because that's going to do my head in. It really does. I hate it. Okay, I'm just going to open the parachute here. Forgot I had the parachute. It's pretty stupid of me. Thinking, wait, this thing looks unusual. How's it going to slow down? Ah, parachute. Goddamn parachute. Okay, as long as we're under like 150 meters per second with just the command pod and the parachute, we should open with ease, no problem whatsoever. Yep, that's a good speed. I think I'm going to cut the video there. This went for, I don't know how long. My guess is about 40 minutes. 30 to 40. But, thanks for watching, and, thanks to Twacky Live again for, suggesting that I do this video, because, the more videos I do, the more people watch them, happier I get. Because I like doing this series. I mean, I've been doing a few films the past week or two. That's because of issues with my laptop, but now that they've been fixed, this runs a fair bit smoother, which is good. And I'm thinking about getting a MacBook Pro instead of this stupid MacBook Universe, because it lags, I'll admit it. But yeah, please comment, rate and subscribe. It really does help me out. Every time I see a new subscriber or comment, oh my god, people actually watch my videos, so it really does psych me up a little bit. But there we go, that's our journey from Kerbin to Minmus without any issues whatsoever. But I hope you enjoyed that video. If you got any other video suggestions, I mean any at all, put them on, because, well, I can't really think of anything else to do at the moment. I have got another video in mind that's making it out of stock parts. I'm trying to stick with stock parts lately. And I'll just give you these few hints. It involves the VAB, aeroplane parts, and fuel tanks and engines. That's about all I'm going to tell you at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry I haven't got a few videos out these past few weeks. A lot of issues and whatnot. But I hope you enjoyed it, and it helped you out a lot. I'm more than happy to help. Alright. I think I'm gonna have a sleep. Friday night tonight, so movies and chocolate, I think. Yeah, peace out.